Hello and welcome back to The Point of It All. Jamie here. As you guys know, I spent a really long time trying to set up my first GPI case with the Raspberry Pi 3W. I ran into some snags towards the end of the process. I want to help you guys out. If you run into these same snags, you know what to look for, and you know what issues I had might be your same issues as well. So from the beginning, I found the tutorial for the RetroFlag GPI case setup with the Raspberry Pi 3. I found a tutorial by Etta Prime. I follow Etta Prime for all of his videos. They are top-notch, high-quality stuff. But this time, for whatever reason, there were two videos from Etta Prime to how to set the RetroFlag GPI case up. The first one was the one I followed initially, and it was total pants. It was like 99.9% right, but towards the end, there were two things that I wasn't prepared for at all. And I'm gonna help you guys out with those because you might have the same issue down the road. And instead of wasting 3 weeks trying to get this thing set up, you have it done in like 5 minutes. Okay, real easy things that were correcting the another video we did. But here's what I found. All right, so the tutorial was really easy to follow from first step to last. They're really easy to follow. I'm going along great. Boom, 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 boom. I get to the next to the last step, right? Which is getting your files transferred over via FTP. But to do that, you have to have the Raspberry Pi Wi-Fi setup enabled, right? And you do that by inserting a file in the root folder of the Raspberry Pi. So this file you have to create. I'm going to share the screen with you guys real quick here. The file you have to create has to be done with a certain app. Now, I was under the impression, based on the tutorial that I followed, was that you could create this file with Notepad or WordPad. That's what the instructions said, right? However, this is not true. The file that you have to create is called the WPA supplicant file. And you need this file to tell the Raspberry Pi what your Wi-Fi settings are, what your network settings are. From there, you put in your network ID, your password, and boom. When you boot the Pi up, it finds your network and it's already connected. It's already done. I don't know if there's a way to do it without this WPA supplicant file. I have no idea if you can go put a keyboard and mouse in there or whatnot. I don't know. But the file seems the fastest way to do it, and it worked perfectly after figuring out this part. All right, so here is the supplicant file, right? It's right here, right? WPA supplicant.conf. When I created mine with Notepad or WordPad, it didn't have the conf end of it. It wasn't that kind of file at all. It was just a text document, right? Did not work. Even though I had everything else correct, here's what the file has inside of it, right? Your country, US, your network ID, your password, blah, blah, blah. It's got all that. Even if you have all that in there and it's correct 100%, if you don't have the conf file at the end of it, the file type right, it's not going to work. It just won't work. So once I figured out that I had to use an app like Notepad++, boom, connected right away. That was all I was missing, was the right file to create that file with, the right program to create that file with. Now, I found this out by another video by Etta Prime on YouTube. I found it on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's the same person. There's only one Etta Prime out there, right? But he had two different videos. Maybe the first one was an earlier version, I guess, but he cleaned it up in the next one because it worked flawlessly. Something else that I did not know about, and this may or may not be true, but this is my experience at least. You have to have a memory card of 32 gigabytes or less, apparently. Maybe. I don't know. I was trying to use the 120 gigabyte card forever, like for 3 straight weeks. And whenever I tried to do the shut up script part of the process, it would not work. It would copy the files over via PuTTY, right? All the files would copy over. It would start the shutdown, the restart to make sure everything took. So it would restart, but the Pi, when it came back on, the shutdown script was not there. It was still not shutting down properly. So all I did was change the memory card size from a 128 to a 32 gigabyte, and boom, it just worked. It just worked. And again, I don't know if that's what my problem was. I have no idea, but that's all I did and it worked. So if you guys run into those problems where the Wi-Fi settings will not turn on or will not be enabled on your Raspberry Pi after you do the initial boot, or if you can't do the shutdown script properly, it keeps just going into a crazy loop of restarting and not doing anything else. Try those two things. Make sure that you're using Notepad++ or a comparable app that you know will make that CONF file type, right, for your WPA supplicant file. And then try a smaller memory card if you can't get the shutdown script to take. That's all I've got, guys. Hopefully I'll save you some time down the road. If you run into those issues, you can just skip or fast forward to this and try those, and boom, you're ready to go. But that's it. We'll be back later on with some more videos for you guys. We got some fun stuff planned later on this weekend. If you guys like what we're doing, hit the subscribe button below, please. Leave us some comments for some tips in the comments section as well. If you think we can improve, let us know how. We're just doing this for fun. We're not trying to make any money. It's just fun for me to do this. I just get a kick out of it. I'd say amateur Trevor does as well. So with that being said, I'll see you guys later. Peace.